Hey guys, welcome to Layman's Terms, your source of ignorance and drunken banter. I am the layman. I've been on summer hiatus, so I didn't really have any videos. It's 6:15 in the morning on a Saturday. Everyone should be sleeping in, and I'm not. I was gonna do a video last night, but what happened was, I ended up watching Supernatural. I thought I'd have been at 11 because I had to get up early and do father stuff. Anyway, just to bring you up to speed, try to be as not vague, but life happens. This is why I haven't had any videos in a while. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say to you. And if you're in the same boat as I am, husband, father, mortgage, kids, you know what happens. Like, okay, Keith, fair enough, dude, we got you, cool. But summer died, thank God. The mosquitoes died, thank God. And now we're getting into fall, which is one of my favorite seasons. I love fall because the air is crisper. You wake up in the morning and that chill in the air. The leaves are turning brown. The trees are turning brown. Beautiful shades of red, orange, yellow, everything. There's pumpkin spice and apples and apple cider donuts, which I highly recommend because they're fucking delicious. And apple cider, fucking love apple cider. If you mix apple cider with Captain Morgan's, really good. I got a shot of Fireball. I might want to mix it in with my apple cider. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what happens. But it has to be hot apple cider, but it can't be boiling, because if it boils, then you're defeating the purpose by boiling off the alcohol. Anyway, and that becomes Halloween, one of my favorite holidays. Halloween's awesome. I love it. I get to dress up as somebody or not, or girls get to dress up as sluts. You ever see the episode of the movie Mean Girls, where all the girls are dressing up as sluts? You look like a slut. Says, but I'm a cat. Stupid movie. Anyway, then there comes horror movies. And basically, for layman's terms, for the next month and a half, whatever we got, I'm going to be diving into a lot of horror movies. This is movies of the 80s. We'll get into Hammer. I want to draw a whole timeline about where the horror actually veered off and where it's going and everything like that, just based on memory. The old school classics, definitely Vincent Price movies, Boris Karloff, all the greats. Trying to do the greats as much as I can. Then you get into horror hosts, Elvira Svengoolie, Vampirella, all those guys. What else? Movies of the 80s, like I said. So, all the great Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I didn't know that the family in Texas Chainsaw Massacre were cannibals. I didn't know that, because every movie that Texas Chainsaw Massacre that you see, it's always a dinner scene. And I asked my buddy at work, who's a huge horror fan, way more than I am. And I asked him, I said, yeah, there's always a table scene. I didn't get that. It says, Keith, they're cannibals. I'm like, I didn't know that. I was okay, thank you, Wayne. Shout out to Wayne. Maybe when I come back, going into how I got into horror. I always said it before in the show. There was supposed to be a show with me and my buddy Skeleton Joe, and it was his idea. I'll give all the credit to him. He wanted to do a show where we got drunk and talked about horror movies, and we did 2 episodes, and then he moved to Tennessee, which is fine. I don't care. And that Carrie's doing great, but maybe I'll do that since it never aired. So I'll do that just to, get into it, just to get the feel. And then from there, we'll just go straight through horror. And basically, I just like the classics. I haven't seen any new horror movies, like the whole VHS or, I don't even know. The latest movie that I saw was Ginger Snaps, and that was 2000, and that was good. That's one of my favorite werewolf movies right now. I haven't even watched The Angel Howling. Maybe I should watch that. I watched Howling 3, I think, and it dove into werewolves in Australia, I think. And they have this guy, he's strapped in, and they think he's a werewolf, and they do the experiment. They keep on shining bright light on him. Bright light. They're just really just knocking him out, this bright light. And he turns into a werewolf, and he has stripes on his back that looks like a Tasmanian tiger wolf, which was pretty cool because Tasmanian tiger wolves have been extinct for years. But I think there's a documentary, and this guy is doing, he's doing the tiger wolf, and it's becoming a resurgence. Like, it's coming back, just of people taking videos and seeing this dog with like the stripes on its back. Interesting about the Tasmanian tiger wolf. I know I go off on a tangent here. If you're not a fan, please subscribe. And if you are, thank you for coming back. You know how what layman's terms is. I just go off on a banter. Whatever's on my mind, just boom. You're just along for the ride. I'm like that crazy guy at the bar, but I'm not drunk. It's 6:30 in the morning, dude, on a Saturday, and I'm drinking coffee. I'm just boom, 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 boom. The Tasmanian tiger wolf isn't really a wolf. It's not even a dog. It's a marsupial. It has a pouch. So when the young is born, it goes straight into the pouch, just like a kangaroo. Yeah. I didn't know that. Now I know. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe. But the whole month, just horror. Fucking horror. And I'll show, I can't show horror movies, but I'll show my collection if you want. I don't give a shit. We'll dive into the Carpenter movies. But I don't even know what I have said back there. I got something. I turn my head. I have Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Maybe I should do a review of that. That's such a great movie. I don't care. We'll do, I do have Hitchcock movies. I'll do one of those. That's always cool. Psycho. Psycho's gotta be on there. Hang on. Hang the fuck on, man. Psycho ain't on here. I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Alfred Hitchcock collections. Just see River and Vertigo, North by Northwest, Psycho, and The Birds. Okay, Psycho. I'm doing Psycho. So, we'll do that. We'll do the television shows that are based on horror. There was a Nightmare on Elm Street show. Nightmare on Elm Street show called Freddy's Nightmares, and it was kind of like a episodic show where Robert Englund dressed up as Freddy Krueger, and he's like a host. It didn't last very long, but I definitely don't want to touch on that here. Wait, since I'm doing all this crazy stuff, why not write it down? Keith? Why don't you do that? Okay, horror shows. So we got horror shows, old movies, horror hosts. What else? People are screaming at their W's right now. It's this. Do this, Keith. You son of a bitch. I have all these magic cards. I'm building a deck. I'm doing I just bought 2 packs of new Campania. I'm gonna open those next video, so just have some content. But yeah, just go on to the thing, and of course, Evil Dead, those movies, comedy horror. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So for the whole month of September and October, the rest of September into October, horror movies. That's it. Fuck it. That's how we roll in layman's terms. So, but your old buddy's Keith is back. Summer is over, thank God, and we'll get into it. You know, before Christmas takes over everything. If Christmas starts in November, then Halloween should start in September. That's it. You see, people decorating their houses. I decorated my house. Yeah, we broke out all the Halloween stuff. Granted, it's not much, but I have a werewolf, and my son is scared of the werewolf. It's a PVC pipe, and it has a thing, and it just howls at you. I think it's cool as shit. And he saw it, he freaked out, he ran out of the room. So now I have to take him to go to therapy. But cons, horror cons. Okay. Why do we like being scared? I don't know, we like being scared. Fuck, I don't give a shit. So that's it. It's only 10 minutes, but I just want to bring you up to date of what the next coming month is going to be. And buckle up, slut puppy. Alright, guys. And always check out the Red 5 Network, Sidebar Cantina, Used and Abused. The Escape Pod just came back from hiatus. They're back on and running. Always, fantasy football. If you want to be a member of those Sidebar Cantina, all you gotta do is come to Facebook, type in Sandbar Cantina. They'll accept you if you're a big Star Wars fan. Scare Scuttlebutt podcast. I'm just naming shows off the top of my head. The podcast of Payne, Darius Payne, and his buddy. I don't know his buddy's name. I'm sorry, random white dude. Yeah, go check them out. That's my new podcast. That's my new jam. But Supernatural, because I'm watching the fucking show and I just blaze through season 5. Scooby-Doo. Supernatural did an episode of Scooby-Doo, and it's funny when Sam and Dean, they go into an episode of Scooby-Doo. It's funny as shit. I had to watch it, and I wasn't even a fan at the time. I'm like, this show is awesome. Jinkies, Slinks, son of a bitch. I gotta get that shirt. Anyway, thank you. Please subscribe. And, yeah, and that's what we'll do. Maybe, I'm thinking out loud. Maybe it's the coffee talking. Maybe I can come on someone else's show and we can talk about horror movies. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe, hopefully. Okay, so I'll see you later, guys. Take it easy. Be safe. Drink apple cider. And, kick a Karen. Kick a Karen. Be sure to kick a Karen. Put that on a fucking shirt. Put that on a fucking sticker. Make sure you kick a Karen. Did you kick a Karen today? I kicked 3 of them. I was welcome made by the man of beer. I want to be your manager. Fuck you. Anyway. Alright. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.